Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Najib bin Birus. In this video, I want to talk about Indonesia-Malaysia confrontation. Uh, the Indonesia-Malaysia confrontation or Borneo confrontation was a violent conflict from 1963 until 1966 that stemmed from Indonesia opposition to the creation of Malaysia. The creation of Malaysia was the amalgamation of the Federation of Malaya, Singapore, and the Crown Colony British Protectorates of North Borneo and Sarawak in September 1963. Vital precursors to the conflict include Indonesia's policy of confrontation against Netherlands, New Guinea from March until August 1962, and the Brunei Revolt in December 1962. The confrontation was an undeclared war, with most of the action occurring in the border area between Indonesia and East Malaysia, on the island of Borneo now as Kalimantan in Indonesia. The conflict was characterized by restrained and isolated ground combat set within tactics of low-level brinkmanship. Combat was usually conducted by company or platoon-sized operation on their side of the border. Indonesia's campaign of infiltration into Borneo sought to exploit the ethnic and religious diversity in Sabah and Sarawak, compared to that of Malaya and Singapore, with the intent of unraveling the proposed state of Malaysia. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Faris Anwar bin Abdul Hassani, and today I will talk about the main content, which is the British Army involvement in the Indonesia-Malaysia confrontation. Indonesia-Malaysia confrontation is a conflict because of political resistance and the Indonesian army to the formation of Malaysia or the consolidation of the Federation of Malaya, now Malaysia, with a crown colony shaped British in Sabah and Sarawak, collectively known as a British Borneo, East Malaysia on September 1963. The jungle terrain of Borneo and lands of roads threading the Malaysia-Indonesia border forced both Indonesia and Commonwealth forces to conduct long foot patrol. Both sides relied on light infantry operation and air transport, although Commonwealth forces enjoyed the advantage of better helicopter deployment and resupply to forward operating base. Rivals were also used a method of transport and infiltration. Austro combat operations were primarily conducted by ground force. Airborne force play a vital support role, and naval force ensure the security of the sea flanks. The British provide most of the defensive effort, although Malaysia force steadily increased their contribution, and there were period contribution from Australian and New Zealand force within the combined Far East Strategic Reserve stationed then in West Malaysia and Singapore. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Azrul bin Azahari. Today, I will present about the some important battle in the Malaysian and Indonesian confrontation. In this topic, I have do my research and I found three battle that important in the Malaysian and Indonesian confrontation. First, Battle of Babang. The second is the Battle of Kinbau. And the third is the Battle of Sungai Koemba. First, we go to the Battle of Babang. The Battle of Babang is happened in 12 July 1965. It located at Babang, Kalimantan, Indonesian Borneo. And the victory of the battle goes to Australia. Second, we go to the Battle of Kindau. The Battle of Kindau is happened in 15 June 1965. It located at Kindau, Kalimantan, Indonesian Borneo, and the victory of the battle goes to the same winner is Australia. The last one is the Battle of Sungai Koemba. The Battle of Sungai Koemba is happened in 27 27 May until 12 July in 1965. It located at Sungai Koemba River, Kalimantan, Indonesian Borneo, and the result is still same. It's again and again Australian win the battle. So, based on my research about the three battles that I have mentioned, is the Malaysian-Indonesian confrontation, and nonetheless the fiction that the all incident had occurred in Malaysian territory was maintained. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Imanaki bin Jasman. My ID is DEM 05192204. Today I'm going to present a discussion about Malaysia-Indonesia confrontation. I will discuss about the main content, which is British intelligence cycle in Malaysia-Indonesia confrontation. The Indonesia-Malaysia confrontation was a violent conflict from 1963 to 1966 that stems from Indonesia opposition to the creation of Malaysia. Indonesia attempt to break up the Malaysian Federation by sponsoring guerrilla movement in Borneo was decisively defeated. The confrontation was an undeclared war, with most of the action occurring in the border area between Indonesia and East Malaysia on the island of Borneo. Britain had several sources of intelligence during the confrontation. Firstly, the strategic intelligence seems to have confirmed the British in their view that Indonesia was implacably hostile to the creation of Malaysia. On a local, tactical level, cross-border reconnaissance by British and Commonwealth troops and cooperation with the indigenous border people provided important information on activities of the Indonesia guerrillas. On a broader scale, Britain had access to strategic intelligence that could be used to shape British overall policy and military strategy in the confrontation. For the conclusion, intelligence and propaganda were not Britain's in themselves war-winning weapons. Ultimately, Britain's victory in the confrontation was due to the ability of Commonwealth soldiers fighting in the Borneo to contain and drive back the Indonesian guerrillas and the political instability in Indonesia, which broke down Sukarno. But good intelligence enabled Britain to deploy its limited military resources for the greatest effect. And when a political opening in Indonesia in October 1965, Britain used propaganda against the supporter of confrontation, although this was not without a terrible human cost. That's all. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Arfan bin Narudin. Today I want to give some recommendation of Indonesia and Malaysia confrontation. Indonesia and Malaysia confrontation was started at 1963 to 1966. The conflict was started because Indonesia opposed the formation and existence of the Federation of Malaysia. It was marked by a breakdown in political, economic and social relations. The beginning of confrontation. In December 1962, Brunei faced a revolt by the North Kalimantan National Army, which was pushing for the independence of Brunei instead of its joining the Federation. In response to the revolt, British troops were sent from Singapore to Brunei, where they crushed the revolt within a day. During the last day of the revolt, Indonesia began statement in support of the uprising, which culminated in a heated exchange between Indonesia and Malaysia. In May 1963, President Sukarno and Tunku Abdul Rahman held talks and agreed that a plebiscite would be held before the federation was formed. On 9 July, Tunku proceeded to sign the London Agreement. However, when it was announced on 29 August that the Federation of Malaysia would be formed on 16 September, Indonesia saw it as a breach of faith. On 16 September, the Federation was formed but Brunei decided not to join it. In response, on 25 September 1963, President Sukarno announced a Ganyang Malaysia or Crush Malaysia campaign. The end of confrontation. In 1965, Indonesian army crushed an attempt coup by the Indonesian Communist Party (PKI). By March 1966, Sukarno was supported by Saleh, which the PKI was forced to transfer power to General Suharto. Sukarno was put under house arrest and Suharto was formally installed as president. Suharto and the confederation signed a peace treaty with Kuala Lumpur on 11 August 1966 and re-established normal relations with Malaysia and Singapore. Thank you, that's it.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Afiq bin Hassan. In this video, I want to make a conclusion about Indonesia and Malaysia confrontation. The period before and after 1965 was totally different in Malaysia-Indonesia relation. Before 1965, the relations were colored by hostilities and conflict. The domestic political situation in Indonesia strongly influenced the bilateral relation. The event of September 1965 with the Indonesia Cup and changes in domestic political situation in Indonesia paved the way to the new order administration in Indonesia under a new leader. Under the Suharto administration, Indonesia domestic and foreign policies totally changed from those under Sukarno before 1965. This regional organization with Indonesia as a ASEAN nation in August 1965. The formation of ASEAN in August 1967 was the turning point in the cooperation and harmonious relation among the ASEAN members. Brunei joined ASEAN in 1984, followed by the Indochina countries, Vietnam, Cambodia and Laos, and Myanmar. After the end of the Cold War in 1990, currently ASEAN is the one of the most successful regional organisation in the Asia Pacific region.
Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nuhaimi bin Saripur Bahari from batch DEM 18A. Today I will make a presentation titled Indonesia Malaysia. So, tajuk kali ini saya membuat mengenai Indonesia dengan Malaysia. So my job is to make an attachment. Tugasan saya kali ini ialah membuat lampiran. From the picture which I can, this is about the past, which is the confrontation of Indonesia Malaysia. Okey, daripada tugasan saya mencari lampiran ini, saya mencari gambar iaitu mengenai masa lalu yang merupakan konfrontasi Indonesia dengan Malaysia. Okay, so this plan objective held by President of Indonesia. Okay guys, ini gambar-gambar ni adalah ada muka gambar Presiden Sukarno. He thinks the Malaysia is a British invitation and the establishment of Malaysia. In Sukarno observing effects. Establishment national Malaysia. He also entitled the Commission report carbon assigned in 1962, which amount to survey the view of the people of Sabah and Sarawak on the attachment of Malaysia. In August 16, Indonesia again existed in Johor. Okay, so for example, there are picture of the war in Pontian Johor. Gambar-gambar yang saya dapat ini adalah daripada berperang di Johor, iaitu Pontian, and many more. Finally, what is record in the situation? So, jadual perang tercatat dalam keadaan tersebutlah. This is my presentation, and thank you very much and see you again. Assalamualaikum. Bye.